on stream. All right, I think it's working. Hopefully, I don't know if one of you can listen to it.
Yeah, I see it.
I
see it on the notifications.
Can you hear it at all?
Yep.
Yeah, you can hear me talking and stuff. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a little rough. Okay, so welcome to our game. All right, cool. Welcome to our game. So we're continuing on with the Lost Mines of Phandelver. In the last episode, we lost 2 of our players who died at Cragmaw Cave, and we have 2 new. The 2 players made 2 new characters, and we have a new player, Aiden. So you want to say hi,
up?
Aiden? All right, cool. Basically, we're going to have it so that the 2 players, Body Knock and Mira, who survived the last episode, have made it to Phandelver, the town that they were going to. And they are beat up, sad about the death of their adventurer mates. And they have the wagon with the some of the goods that was left in the wagon in it. And they've made it into town, and Kimberly, Yipkin, and Kriv are a party of adventurers that were on their way to Waterdeep. And you guys, or you guys and gals, I don't know what sex they are, have noticed the 2 adventurers that survived coming into town.
Kriv and Kimberly, do you see that over there?
I do. What the hell happened to them?
I think you should
I
go check
wonder
it out.
if... I guess we should.
Hey, Johanna would like it that way. Hey, you guys.
Quick out of character question. Do we still have those 2 goblins tied up to the cart?
No, we killed them.
Yeah, you killed them.
Yep, that's right. I remember.
We slit their throats. Funny enough, I think somebody's calling us.
You just see the small figure waving at you.
Is that a child?
Are those lizard? Oh right, dragonborn.
Don't call them lizards.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Lizard folk.
Well, I'm a lizard folk because, well, somebody in my family was dragonborn long ago.
I'm not entirely sure that's how it works, but
Yes, it does.
no, they're an entirely different species, descended from an entirely different... Anyways, let us not get into the theory of evolution as applied to the world of Faerun.
I'm a sorcerer of draconic ancestry.
Yes, but dragons are... Anyway.
We're starting to approach them, I gather.
Yes, as they appear to be arguing about, well, you're not sure, but it sounds like something about evolution?
What on earth is the little one getting on about? Says the kobold standing before you.
I think the kids.
Little one?
Hey,
Little one?
Hey, that's what I say. Wee man.
You're the kid!
Hey, I'm not a kid, I'm a kobold.
Where are your parents?
I'm a kobold.
Bold?
Full grown.
He says he's grown. Do you believe him?
Well,
As you know, I'm 28.
He's about the right size for a kobold. Do they have a bounty on those around here?
I have a fucking tail. Look, I'm not a dragonborn or anything.
Okay.
All right, whatever you say, kid, whatever you say. Goodness, calm down. No.
Hey, what's up with you? You seem a little rough. You ran into some trouble on the road, have you?
He even talks funny.
Very funny.
Look, he was hit on the head when he was a kid, okay? Cut him some slack.
Why are you hitting your kid?
Not my kid, his kid. As I point to the white one.
Nobody's kid. Okay, that's not true. I am somebody's kid.
I see what's going on here.
Okay, can we deal with the fact that you're covered in blood? Covered in what I hope to Johanna is dirt. What happened to you?
Johanna?
Johanna, yeah.
Oh, well, we just saw 2 of our friends die when we went to rescue somebody from goblins, and we just left because we're cowards.
No, it was a tactical maneuver away from the target.
Let's face it, we fought really badly.
I really... Well, I guess We better get in town then.
I had to act as though I were the cleric when our friend went down.
Creve is
Friend?
quietly watching this whole
I
thing,
need a drink.
judgmentally.
You three,
Sorry.
where's the tavern round here?
This way.
Yeah.
Because if
I believe there's an inn further up the road.
I need a drink.
I
We
need
all
a
could
drink.
need a drink.
There is not enough.
Why don't we
alcohol
help
in
you
this
to
world.
town and you can tell us what happened to you?
Seems fair enough. Well, just to set the record straight, I'm happy to say that none of this blood is mine.
Some of my blood is mine.
Yes, unfortunately, my poor friend Mira here did take a few hits for the team. But we were able to get out of that damnable cave.
And I'm sorry to hear about your friends.
Aye, we intend to go back for them, though.
This, by the way, is Kriv, and this is Kimberly. I am Yipkin.
Hello. Such
you
a lovely
do?
family.
So
My name?
Kriv
Yip-
doesn't say anything, but
Does-
he nods at them respectfully.
so maybe Yipkin, Kriv, and Kimberly, you guys can give us a quick description of your character.
Kriv?
Yeah. Or,
Maybe we can sit down inside and.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I can go first. I can go first if you want. It's just
yeah. Well, go ahead, Yipkin.
okay. Yipkin is a short, characteristically emerald kobold, wearing studded leather armor,
All right.
That's it.
also sporting a shield.
All right. Kimberly.
My character is a blue dragonborn ranger with I'm trying to find his armor real quick. For some reason, it's not on a sheet.
So you're naked then. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Scale mail. Wearing scale mail with a longbow strapped to his back and 2 short swords on his side.
Okay. And Kriv.
Kriv is a white draconic ancestry dragonborn. He is 6.5 feet tall. He is about that wide looking. He is covered in thick muscles, but those muscles are covered in scales. And he himself is very quiet. All of his white scales are complemented by his equally white clothing, which makes him stand out. He is also extraordinarily quiet, and the most impressive thing about him is his axe, which looks like a typical iron axe from a distance, but when you get closer, you can see that it's reinforced with flakes of bone.
Hi, Kriv. Kriv is a big lad. He likes his vegetables.
Perfect. All right. So you guys are going to go to the Stonehill Inn? That's where you're...
Hi,
If
Stonehill
that's
and
where they're
Sound
leading
place.
us, I'm trusting
Stonehill
them
Inn,
to
just up the
lead
road.
me to a source of beer as I introduce myself as Buddy Knock Ale Slosh Sheppin.
You just have to pass the smithy.
Slosh.
Okay, so in the center of the town stands a large, newly built roadhouse of fieldstone and rough-hewn timbers. The common room is filled with locals nursing mugs of ale or cider, all of them eyeing you with curiosity.
I suppose I look quite.
I'm impressed it's just curiosity with us covered in people's blood. None of it mine! None of it mine.
I personally suspect, or Kriv suspects, that part of the reason why no one approaches them is because of the fact that they have 2 fairly large dragonborn, and also the humans or the humanoids in our party who are not reptilian are covered in blood. That doesn't exactly send off warm and inviting tones.
Yipkin, seeing the situation, heads to the bar and tries to scramble onto one of the bar stools and call over the barkeep.
All right.
Gambly will walk up to the bar and sit right next to Yipkin.
All right. So as you guys walk in and you start making your way over to the bar and the table, a short, friendly-looking human runs up to you, and you seem to think that he's probably the inn master, or the master of the inn. And he introduces himself. He says, "I'm Toblin. You guys look like you've seen some trouble on the road. What can I get you? Is there something I can help you with?"
Beer.
Oh, yes,
Lots
actually.
of beer.
First of
You
all,
have-
taking out handful of silver. Let's call it 6 pieces. We need beer. Second of all, you people need to deal with the goblins that are laying ambushes upon your roads, waylaying honest merchantmen and their guards.
Okay.
Also, pulling out another handful of silver, another small handful of silver. Beer.
The strongest one you have.
Lay low on the guy. He ain't the stone. He ain't the town master. He's the innkeep.
Yeah.
So he takes you and he starts ushering you towards a table. He says, and as he's walking, he's talking. He says, "The goblins on the road. That's not my. I can't do anything about that. I'm just the Stonehill Inn master. I don't know what to do about that."
Don't you vote?
He says.
Well, who runs the town?
He says you'd have to go talk to Harbin Wester. Harbin Wester. He runs the town. He's the town master. And then he starts signaling. And a woman, a short woman, comes out from behind the counter, and she says, she's carrying mugs of ale, and she brings them over to you and plops them in front of you.
Actually, I'd like to order a pitcher of wine, if that's okay.
Ooh, the child's fancy.
This little kobold is saying.
I mean, the guy's been given 12 silver pieces, which...
He says, "Of course, can I get you something to eat? Are you hungry?"
Yes.
At this point, Creve looks over to Kimberly and says in Draconic just a single word, meat.
Kimberly will give him a wolfish grin and looks at the innkeeper and goes, "What do you have to eat?"
Oh, he says, "We have lots of things. We have mutton, and we have chicken. We have pork. What do you want? What kind of meat do you want?"
Do you have any eggs?
Yes, of course we have eggs. Yes, of course.
I would think we must
Five
for
eggs,
myself.
5 boiled.
Where there's
my
chickens, there's eggs.
Not always a nice experience.
Can I have some spiced mutton?
Of course. So
Creve looks at the inn master and asks, surprisingly politely, but in very thickly accented common, "Chicken?"
Master Kriv, if you want chicken, I'll get you some.
Thank you.
All right. So he wipes his hands on his apron and he runs back into the kitchen, and you can tell that he's making some food for you.
Yeah.
So why don't you go through what happened to you?
Well, we were traveling here, Mira, myself, and our 2 comrades, whose names mysteriously escape me. Did I write them down?
There was Oliver Stonefist and there was
yes.
Minishka.
Minishka?
Jesus Christ.
Did you just
And
say
Officer.
Minishka?
Yes.
Yes, Minishka, do you know?
The our woman.
Oh, yes.
Short,
Right.
white hair.
Yes.
In fact, you reminded me of her, oddly enough, because I do believe she shared a god with you. So...
She has a credit to Johanna.
Yes, that's her.
Yep, that's the one.
Well, I guess I shared in your loss then. I truly am sorry. If you knew a Minishka, you knew a great woman.
I should have saved her. I should have saved everyone.
Minishka
You
knew
did
the
what
risk
you
when she
could.
left.
I ran because I could.
Yes, you ran so that her and Oliver's sacrifices weren't wasted by adding another 2 to the goblins' mess.
Minishka, she would have not wanted for anyone else to die.
Unfortunately, the goblins are still holding someone captive, and we need to go save him.
And they still have our friends' bodies as I drain my pint.
Well, if there's anything I can do to be of service to you, in Minishka's memory,
Come with us.
count me as your sword and shield.
Also, what does Johanna do about dead people? Do you bury them or cremate them?
The general burial. Johanna is more about trying to save people, but sadly, seems to have been out of her power in this instance.
We'll need a sack to carry the corpses back with.
I can't speak, of course, for Kriv and Kimberly, but I imagine he'll probably join us.
If it makes things easier, we've brought quite a bit back with us for sale and straight up coin that I'm more than happy to share out for anyone who helps us deal with these goblins.
Well, Kimberly's kind of speaking says, I hunt goblins for a living, so I shall help you in this quest.
Ah, lovely.
Kriv looks over at his battle axe, great axe, not battle axe, and nods at it, and then says to you, I too shall assist.
Your character talks to you battle.
I'm doing my best.
I love it. Okay.
I like him, Mira. He understands the importance of sharp things.
So the
Not so
innkeeper
much of
comes
the mind,
over
mind
and
you.
it throws food in front of you all, and all the food that you wanted, and quickly makes his way back to the kitchen. And as he's doing that, the inn door flies open, and a balding man comes striding into the inn, and he's looking around, and he eyes you from across the room, and he comes striding over to your table, and he holds out his hand, and he says, I am Elmer Barthen. I am the shopkeeper of Barthen's Provisions.
Can I just say, at this point, I'm like swallowing a hard-boiled egg whole. So it's not the vicious slide in the world. Just see my head like bobbing back, trying to swallow this hard-boiled egg.
What was his name again?
Barthen. He says, I'm the shopkeeper of Barthen's Provisions. I was told that strangers came riding into this town, and you had a wagon of mine, perhaps. Where exactly
the wagon belonged to the guy who was captured by the goblins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. A wagon of yours? Well, first of all, good sir, you'll note that my comrades here are eating, and I, grabbing up the mug of ale that Yipkin passed over, am drinking. This is hardly the appropriate time to be asking such inquiries about a wagon which I know for a fact does not even belong to ye.
So he turns away from you.
Might.
He turns away from you, and he grabs a chair from the table beside you, and he kind of spins it around and sits down on it and puts his arm on the rest. He says, "Where is Rockgren or Gundren? Where's Gundren Rockseeker? He had that wagon. Where is he?"
Gundren, who hired us to bring the wagon here, is still being held by a murderous band of goblins who've killed half of the people who were hired to bring this wagon to you. So a little respect might be appreciated.
Unless he's been sacrificed.
He smacks his face against his hand. He says, "And yet you're sitting here, eating and drinking.
Where do you think we're
Are you
coming
going to go
from?
back for him? Are you going to go back for him?"
Of course we are.
Do you not understand how a metabolism works? Do you not understand that after such a fight, to regain my magical energies to be able to do anything of use, I need fuel. And in point of fact, Mira and I needed allies, which I am thankful to gratefully say we have found.
At this point, Kriv turns around and looks at the new arrival. There's bloodlust in his eyes, but he isn't doing anything.
What exactly does bloodlust in your eyes look like?
Since Kriv's eyes are all white, they just narrow to little slits. You can see them like a cat's eyes.
Oh, okay. Well, he looks over at Kriv, and then he kind of like startles backwards, and he says, "Listen, friends, I'm sorry that I was a little bit too forward here. I know that you must have gone through terrible hardship to get here. I'm very worried about my friend, and about the supplies that he brought."
I understand, but we do have your supplies, and I'll have you know.
You don't, though.
That the.
You don't.
Then what the hell is on the wagon?
Darn it, God.
They're in the cave. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do have some of them. You do have some of them. That's right, but not the ones that were still in the cave. The ones with the lion coster shield on it. You have some of them. You're right.
So that is a mistake I can see Body Knock making. Yeah. I'm fine with this. But I'll also have you know that this right here, holding out my robes, whilst it will clean away in a moment, is the blood of my dear friends. So I understand your concerns. I understand your situation. But a little moderation would be appreciated.
He says, I offer you 50 if you can go back to the cave and rescue him. I will gladly give you 50 gold pieces on a safe return. When can I
also give us?
Go ahead.
Can you also give us some potions of greater healing or healing?
He says, I'll see what I can do. Magic isn't great in this town. We're only a small little town, but I'll see what I can do.
Well then, with your word on it that you'll see what you can do to help us in regaining your friend, even though we were already planning on doing it, we will happily lighten your purse.
Hey. But first, maybe Myra and Buddy Mac should get some rest. Get 8 hours sleep, if you get what I'm saying.
So, Barthen calls out, Innkeep! I will pay for the rooms for these people for one night so that they can rest before going to get my dear friend.
Are there any more supplies any of you need to get from the town?
I'd like to go to the Shrine of Luck just to see if, like, it sounds like a place that you go to get blessings, although I don't really believe in God, so rather I hate them.
Well, it is starting to get later because you had to travel back and you've eaten supper and everything, so it's starting to get dark outside.
Finally, Meniska can make attack rolls without disadvantage.
Hey, so can Yipkin.
You could go to the shrine if you want to. You might find that it's closed, but it's up to you.
I can go before journey tomorrow morning.
I can go with the last if you want.
Okay. All right.
Aww.
So,
Kinley's gonna go to the inn master and ask him how much his food cost.
the provisions.
No, the food that he bought, the 2 muttons.
Oh, okay. We'll look up. It wouldn't be very much. It's like a couple of coppers.
Okay.
And the man's already been given 12 silver.
Yeah, and he already got paid by.
Yeah. Kinley's gonna.
I have no idea whether or not the costs exceed 12 silver, but short of the wine, everything should fall under that.
Yeah, no.
The wine's two silver a pitcher,
If there's any
so I was
balance
paid for that. That's no problem.
If there's any balance left, we can also get some food for, on the journey.
Do you not have rations on you?
Yeah, we do, but we're trying to save those rations, love.
Yeah.
But it's better not to save them. It's better to use them, buy more later. Because we're coming back here. It's just how far is the cave?
Far.
Not that far. It was.
I think it was 4 hours. Yeah.
It should just be a day trip there and back. You don't need that many rations. All you'll be doing is carrying extra weight, which extra weight means you carry less back.
Well, I'll need all my energy to fight these goblins, so...
Well, I do still have quite a few rations that I can share around as we need, so we should be all right on that front.
Okay.
If we happen to run out of rations, I can hunt for food.
It's only a day away. What do you fucking think's going to happen? Do you think the cave's going to collapse whilst you're inside or something?
You know,
Wait, I
Yipkin,
know.
you ask this, and yet, just earlier today, I was thinking to myself, oh, we're just a few hours from Phandelver. Nothing will go wrong. And then all of a sudden, there were a bunch of butchered horses in the road, and goblins tried to kill us.
Creve is watching this all silently, not knowing what to say.
I know what we could get, actually. If you have, like, 1 or 2 silvers left over, we can get some oil.
We still have a lot of stuff. And a lot of money. Just putting it out. Not like a lot of money. A lot of money. But we have 100 or so silver pieces that we can work our way through.
I'm quite ready to go whenever, so I don't know if we should just go to the shrine, rest up, and then head out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's probably what. I'll also get some oil.
Hey. Barthen, I imagine we can get some oil from you then. How much does it cost?
He says, of course, it'll cost you 2 silvers.
Kreve at this point looks into his own little pouch and pulls out a gold coin. He's not from this continent, so he's not sure of the currency value, but he puts it down hoping that it does something useful.
I tell Criven Draconic, no, that's a lot. We literally just need 2 silvers.
Kreve looks at her, nods, and then takes his gold back.
So I'll pay 4 silvers, 2 flasks of oil.
Okay, so...
And maybe those potions if you have them.
Alright. So, are you guys going to go to sleep? Are you going to the Shrine of Luck? Or are you doing that?
I'll take a wee big glass to the shrine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kinley will go to the Shrine of Luck. He has... I think he has a deity. It's been a while since I looked at his character.
This is Faerun. Trust me, you have a deity.
Oh, I know.
You may not know who your deity is, but...
Oh, yeah, it's Bahamut.
Oh, hey, same.
Nudge, nudge. You have a deity because you don't want to be stuck into the Wall of Souls or any other that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Kreve decides to accompany them, but is very quiet as he does so, which is very usual for him.
Okay.
I am going to go ahead, whilst they're going to the shrine, and provide Barthen with the access to the wagon.
Okay.
Informing him as I do that we wish to use the wagon for tomorrow's journey because we have our friends' bodies to bring back, and this will help us do that. In fact, since we don't know the condition of our other friend, Gundren, we may need to use it to bring him back as well.
Okay, he says, why don't you come accompany me back to the provision shop? I'll have my lads offload the wagons, and I'll get you your provisions for you. And yes, you can use the wagon.
And for the sake of our weight, I have this sack of 600 coppers. Can you give me 6 gold?
Well, that would be... Isn't it... It's 10 for... Yeah, I guess, yeah. So, yeah. He says, yes, I can make change for you.
Or did they change that and it's now 600 copper would translate? Because they now have the Electrum, and I don't know how that...
I think it's 10,
works.
10, 10, right? So
Electrum's just 2 silver. Half a gold.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like half a
5
gold.
silver, half a gold. 5 silver, half a gold.
So how much?
1 copper is 1/100 of a gold. So I was right the first time.
Yeah.
That translates to 6 gold.
6 gold.
Yeah.
Yes, he will give you change, he says.
Hey.
And last but not least, I have here 12 sharp scimitars. Ripped from the hands of goblins.
He says I'll give you half price for them. After all, I need to make a profit.
Of course.
All right. Okay, so we'll do that. So Body Knock accompanies Barthen back to his provision shop. He gives you the change that you wanted. He lets you use the wagon, and he offloads the wagon, and he also gives you 1 healing potion.
All right. That will be 12 gold and 5 silver for the scimitars.
12.5. So that's 150 gold.
Nice.
Does he have that much gold?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Well,
All right. So the rest of you were going. Did anybody go with Body Knock, or are you all going to the Shrine of Luck?
All to shrine, I think.
I'll shrine.
Okay. Since you don't know where anything is in town, I'm assuming you just ask the innkeeper if there's a Shrine of Luck.
The shrine is kind of right across the street from the inn,
Yeah.
so I imagine we passed it as we were getting to the inn.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. So you make your way to the shrine. So the shrine isn't anything super elaborate. It's more like a small hut made out of stones taken from nearby ruins, probably. It is dedicated to the goddess of luck and good fortune, Timora. I guess that would be why it's called the Shrine of Luck. And there's a woman inside, and she seems to be like getting ready to leave. She turns around and she sees your group, and she seems really surprised to see somebody. And she introduces herself as Sister Grail.
Ah, hello, Sister Grail.
Hi, how are you?
Not good.
Not so well. We sadly lost a friend very recently whilst out on the road.
She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do for you?"
We were hoping to get some blessings or maybe good luck charms or anything you might have so we can win against these damned goblins.
She says, "Well, you're definitely free to pray at the shrine here, and maybe Timora will bless you."
Thank you, sister. Let us not keep you. I bet you got a house to get back to.
She says, "Thank you."
One question. Do you have any healing potions?
She says, "I do. I only have a few, but I'm very reluctant to part ways with them. You might want to try Farthen's provisions. He might have some more."
Creve looks at Mira and whispers to her in Draconic, "Pay."
How much does one cost?
I could part with one for 50 gold coins.
So I tell Priv that in the Draconic.
Can
Not
we
enough.
roll?
Not enough, yeah.
She says, "However, I could have a job for you, and you could earn yourself, 3 potions."
Is this job time dependent, or can it be done anytime?
She says it's not time dependent, but the faster it's done, the better. But it's not like you have to do it right now. But if you
tell us what it is, we might be able to do it later.
All right. So she kind of perks up, and she seems very happy about your answer. And she says, I recently received a missive from my superiors who asked for me to persuade a banshee named Agatha to answer a question about a spellbook. The spellbook belonged to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. She says, I am not up to this. I'm not up to this task, but you all seem to be up to that task. Would you be able to help me with this?
Sounds like something I can do.
But I think first we have to go and save our friend in the mines. But after that, we could certainly look into it if you like.
Okay. She says that would be great. I would very much appreciate that. She says I do think that banshees are legendarily known for being very vain. So I think that maybe if you appeal to her vanity, that might help you out a little bit.
What does she like? Like, when you say they're very vain, what exactly is it they like? They do that jewels or food?
No, like they think that they're very pretty, very like prettier than what they really are.
Self-absorbed and self-obsessed.
Yeah.
Narcissistic.
All right. Could work with that.
Hey. Anyway, thank you, sister.
Okay.
I believe that's all.
So she also pulls. So as she's turning, but before she turns away, she pulls out a silver comb and hands it to you. She says, "Perhaps give this to the banshee if you can find her."
Hi, thank you. Do you have any idea of where roughly they are, by the way?
Where what? Sorry.
Do you have any vague idea of where they live, where they roam?
She says, I believe that she's out by near Coneyberry.
Coneyberry. And when we give her this comb, do we tell her that it's from you, or is it just something to persuade her?
Yeah, she says, no, no need to mention me at all.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so she leaves.
Ha! by virtue of watching the live stream, we can cheat seeing the GM pull up the maps.
Oh no!
I wasn't gonna say anything because I was very confused.
I know why. I know why you weren't gonna say anything. You were like, "Oh, this is good."
I'm popping out the live. I'm popping out the live chat and minimizing that.
Yeah, me too.
I like looking at the comments, but now I know I don't want to spoil things.
Also, when they return to the inn, Body Knock makes sure to give 75 of the gold to Mira, mentioning.
Right, yeah. Now I had the chat popped out too, so we don't have to watch the.
We're not cheating anymore, GM. We're not cheating anymore.
Well, we're back
except for Kiv or Creve. Creve is always cheating.
Look, Creve is doing his best. Okay.
By the way,
he's just happy to be here and have friends who speak Draconic. It's nice.
by the way, who paid for the previous stuff? Was it Kimberly?
I think that was Body Knock.
Hey, it was the norm.
Okay, so like I just parted with like 4 silvers for the 2 flasks of oil. So who do I give it to?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah.
The flasks of oil. I got 2 flasks of oil for 2 silver each, so 4 silver. Who do I give it to?
Oh, you give it back to Body Knock then.
Okay, yeah. So Body Knock has 4 silver for me.
No. Keep it because I still have the silver that we had been collecting off of the goblins, and I've been using that to pay our way as a group.
Oh, okay. All right, okay.
So, I guess if there's nothing else to do tonight, should we maybe hit the beds and set off early in the morning?
Sure.
Yep,
And-
that works.
And I get how many gold pieces from Body Knock?
75.
75.
Because I got 150 from selling the scimitars. That's 75 to you and 75 to me.
Impressive.
And I also give you 1 flask of oil. If there is any sign of trouble, just splash the oil on the goblins and I will light the thing on fire.
Look at
Good
Mira.
idea.
Listen to Mira here. Oof.
And for that matter, if as a strategic point to the rest of our comrades, my ability to fling fire is unlimited.
Nice.
So I too can ignite things if we need.
So yeah, so you have 1 flask of oil, I have 1 flask of oil.
Suddenly everything is immune to fire.
Creve looks at them
like-
open. Creve looks at them open his. Creve,
That's
after
why I'm
looking at
holding on
them,
to the healing potion.
Creve hears this exchange about fire, and he opens his mouth, and a little gust of cold air comes out.
Oh, you
Okay.
don't have to worry. I'm a fire genasi and Body Knock can fling fire. And I don't know what Yipkin can do, but...
I can fling fire, hurl bolts of force, wrap myself in armor arcane.
I can shoot lightning bolts from my ass.
What?
That's amazing.
Cool. I can burp a lightning bolt.
I can sometimes puke cold air.
And who has
and
the
I do
silver
let
code?
them know. I do let my friends know that I do now have a healing potion. Although since I'm the least likely to need it, I'm going to be the one to hold on to it, as we found that the people who need it tend not to be standing well.
Do you also have the silver comb, or does somebody else have it?
What's this about a silver comb? I don't believe I know anything about such a thing.
Oh,
you
of
have
course,
it,
yeah,
Mira.
you were there. So the lady, what was her name? Lady Grill?
Grail.
I
Yeah, Grail. So she gave us a silver comb because she had a task for us that we might be able to do after we dealt with the goblin problem. There's this banshee who has a spell book that she needs, and the banshee is very vain. She thinks she's prettier than what she is, so we might be able to seduce her with the silver comb. And in exchange for that, the lady will give us 3 healing potions.
It's a shame we don't. It's a shame we don't have a bard. Else we could really seduce her. But
I really
I'm
like how
looking
Mira explained
around.
that, though.
Yeah, I'm looking around at the woman who is literally on fire, the kobold, and the 2 dragonborn, and I attempt to look at my own craggy gnomish face and go, "Oh dear."
Anyway, I think we should head to bed.
I've had my beer. It's time for sleep.
So do I have the comb? Then
Yes.
I'll just add it to my calendar sheet.
Yeah,
and
you
treasure
have the
it.
comb.
Okay.
All right. I wish I could make the dream music, but suddenly it's morning, and you are awake and ready to go.
All right.
Okay, so I guess we're at the edge of town then, ready with the car, getting things
Yep.
ready, checking our equipment.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, so,
Yeah,
how,
hussies, yeah.
guess we ride on the car.
So
How
our
Time to
hit
tactical
points
are
change
these
the map.
dogs, by the way?
so our hit points are back, right?
Yeah, everything's back.
Yeah, everything's
Okay.
back. You are fully powered.
Hey, so how tactical were these goblins then?
Very. I mean, to be honest, I attacked really badly, but there were too many for us. But I believe with dragonborns who can probably attack more than one goblin at a time.
If we're
Yes,
smart about
indeed.
this, you have your oil, right?
Yep.
I have my caltrops. Caltrops, if they step on them, it reduces SP to 0. So if we put the caltrops down and we put the oil down in the same place, I
Nice.
think we could have some fun here.
Won't the caltrops melt though?
They're metal.
No, no, fire won't burn. Fire from an oil won't burn that hot.
Okay.
It takes a furnace to make it.
I'm an intelligent gnome. I can know these things.
But it's just an idea to consider. I'm also quite a stealthy kobold, as we generally are. But yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So you guys make your way back to the cave, I take it.
Yep.
Hi.
Yep.
So
Keeping a lookout.
more dream music. You're you're back at the cave.
Right.
Where should we
So-
place our characters on the map?
Well, before we go in, I give our new friends the general layout, as I recall it, the hidden lookout across the stream, the arrangement of chambers, and I believe there were 4 goblins left, approximately.
Two
Okay.
are
They
gone.
could always have brought friends back. If you said they're having raiding parties out there, then maybe there are other parties out there that have returned.
It's quite possible that we do have more goblins.
If you like, I could always try sneaking ahead a little bit.
You know, that didn't get our last person who snuck ahead a little bit killed, so that actually probably isn't the worst idea I've heard.
Worst thing that happens, I see them, I come back as quick as I can. So just ready yourself for something that,
It's
Isn't
also
the
possible that they may. It's also possible, I must warn you, that they may be able to flood us out if we get caught and are too aggressive. They did that before, but we had been holding back, hoping that they would be lured out to find out what had happened to their advance guard.
You said there's a path just inside the cave entrance, didn't you? On the side of where
Yes.
the water is. So I
Yes,
should be relatively safe if I go up there.
You should be relatively safe. I just feel that you need to know, because I don't recall, none of us were inside the cave at the time, so I don't recall whether or not the
Okay.
stairs were washed out.
What was it, like a trapdoor? Was it a dam they just burst?
I believe it was a dam they burst, so it wouldn't be easy to reset, but
Yeah.
I won't swear to that. It's better to be safe.
Yes, I'll be aware of it. I will be ready in case I hear some running water. Okay? That a good plan?
Okay.
If you see anything that comes out of the cave that is in Kabul shape, probably the
Kill
best
it
thing to
with
do.
fire.
Okay, let's see how I'm going to do this. Stuff. Oh, why did I have advantage?
Hey,
I don't know why. I don't know why I had advantage. I shouldn't have had advantage.
Do you see an advantage, normal, disadvantage at the top of your character sheet? Or rather, just under your descriptive text.
Here.
Body knock. I have a question
yeah,
for you.
sorry.
Would it help us if I set up a hunting
Okay.
trap for these
not
for these creatures?
What's your character?
Well, last time they were more than happy to
don't
wait
see
for us to come to them. So
I can't. I don't see. I don't have the same advantage.
if you
or
don't have it,
disadvantage.
then click the gear on your character sheet, and on the right-hand side, right under where it says version 2.7 and it has the NPC checkbox, there's a role query. Click on that and change it over to advantage toggle is honestly the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Well,
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
one should be the first roll anyway. The first one should be the first roll, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just go for the
They were
first
both
one
good
for now.
anyway. Yeah.
I'll deal with it for now anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
You succeed. Okay, so
I'll move up. So first thing I do, walk about 10 feet, walk up to the path. Do I see anything in that little cave inlet there? Because we set the walls free.
yes, you set the wolves free. And you see nothing. You see the dead bodies that you left behind, moldering on the ground. But
I'm
it
just
doesn't
slowly
look to be
moving
anything
forward.
was... Okay. So
do I make perception check?
sure.
Where's my character sheet? I got rid of it. Yipkin. Sorry. So yeah, I haven't sorted it yet, but just use whatever the first roll is. Perception. I see nothing.
Yeah, so you just hear the soft tinkle of water like you did when you first came. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Keep moving forward because there's no reason for me to suspect that there's anything going on.
All right.
Make it to the bridge.
Please don't die. Please don't
Hiding
die.
under the bridge.
Please,
I'm just like stopping under the bridge.
really don't
Okay.
Do I have? Is it the same perception as before, or
Yep.
because I don't see anything?
So shall we follow after?
Okay, I guess I'm going to. Walk back.
If we follow him, we're liable to make enough noise. Remember all of the different ways that the paths kind of curve back on one another. No offense, but
I'm not
you
sure
don't
if
look
Yipkin would turn
quiet.
back or if it's because
My character kind of looks at his scaleman and goes, "Yeah, this doesn't allow you to be quiet very well."
just rolling 20 high. Okay, so high. I was going to go back, but it's low.
Oh my god.
Keep going. Do I see the dam?
You see the dam. There's no water in it.
Okay.
Everything again. You keep seeing dead bodies just strewn around the cavern where you guys dropped them.
You see evidence of genocide everywhere you look.
Yeah, goblin genocide.
Okay. Well, I know
Thank
the dam's
goodness Geneva doesn't
gone.
exist in this universe.
Creve,
I think
Creve
I
sniffs
think-
the air and quietly remarks in Draconic, "Goblins smell bad."
I think that Yipkin's discovered that the dam's still breached. I'm going to head back and relay that information.
Okay.
So yes, I make it my way back, and I relay the fact that my friends, I think I saw where the dam was. It's not being repaired, so we should be safe enough moving up.
All right. Do we need torches?
If you can't
Those
see-
of you who don't have dark vision, then yes, you're definitely going to need torches.
I
Quite
will
dark
just light
in
my
there.
hands on fire because pretty
All right.
spring.
I will
You
light.
know, I've never understood why D&D didn't address this. Fire Ganassi literally have, like, instead of hair, they literally have fire.
Hello.
Why don't they function as a candle or a torch?
Well, if that's true, then let's just say that it does function as a candle.
That's good.
I mean, not the hair maybe, but I do have produce flame, which is an attack and
Which
as
is
well
really
as it
strange
touches
because if you like were to lay down on bed and you're on fire, you would light the bed on fire.
Yeah, I've
I
It's
don't
fire
understand.
without heat, though. That's the thing.
I'm
Oh.
Wavium.
So it's
Like
fire
you can
without.
pass your hand through her hair and it won't burn you.
Oh, I see.
It's more like
Unless she concentrates on it to burn you, then she can
But
produce
the-
flame like offensively.
Yeah, but the produce flame thing on my hands, I can turn it off. So
Anyway,
So she can provide lighting via produce flame.
yeah,
shall we continue, my friends?
it's 10 feet bright, 10 feet additional dim.
Anyway, I suggest we head in. Are we going to try stealthily doing this, or
Yeah.
Who else needs a torch?
Creve needs the torch, but Creve has the torch. I just don't know how to like toggle that.
Flint and stone.
So nobody can see in the dark then besides Yipkin?
I can.
Yipkin, Mira, and Body Knot can also... Basically, the two Dragonborn.
You can't.
The two characters who, when you think about their origins, really should have dark vision. Don't have dark vision.
So
are we going to
Kimberly
try
and Criv
stealthing
cannot.
it?
Yeah, and I'm gonna light up a torch.
Okay.
Or Kimberly's gonna
All
light
right,
up a torch.
I can
Creve
light
will
it.
also light up a torch and put it in top of his backpack.
As they're pulling out their torches...
My friends,
just
if I
go
may make a suggestion, for one of you closest to the front, I do have a spare hooded lantern you could borrow.
I'll let Creve have that one. I can
Okay,
at
Creve
least
does
use
not
the-
light a torch.
I can at
It's-
least use the torch as a weapon.
It's just a lantern you can cover if you need to hide, and better. I've also got a bullseye lantern, by the way, which might turn out to be tactical. If these goblins have been inside all day, suddenly shining a bullseye lantern, which is a bright light up to what? How many feet is it? Bullseye.
A bullseye lantern? 60 feet. You know what? Yeah,
60 feet.
I'll take that.
If you both want the lanterns, you're quite welcome to. Just like cover the lens of the bullseye lantern, and if you see the fuckers, then remove the lens.
All right, I'll take a bullseye lantern. That's a lot better.
I have 6 flasks of oil. I put 1 flask in each. That reduces me down to 4.
And as they go about trying to waste their time using a flint and tinder, I use prestidigitation twice to light their lanterns on them.
I literally have my hands on fire. You know that I can light things, right?
We are
Should I-
a diverse
I know,
crew.
but-
We are not very smart.
Mira,
I've been playing it, yeah?
Mira, I know, but I have to show off too.
Anyway, are we going to try sneaking up?
Aye.
Okay.
So, I agree with you in principle, Yipkin, but we have a woman on fire. We have a man in scale mail carrying a lantern. And we have your other friend here, who is also,
Who's a
despite
big white dragon.
despite having his lantern covered, is massively large.
We can still.
Let's just move slowly then. Not necessarily to stealth, but just keep our guard about with us. Okay?
I'll do stealth.
Who's good at watching out? No. Who's good at watching out for things?
I am, if the dice will let me.
And you have
Oh,
no
wait.
source.
Kimberly's a ranger, so he's probably pretty good at it.
Kimberly's a ranger, but he needs light, so his very presence would kind of illuminate the situation for the goblin.
That's why I said don't stealth. Just take it slow, so you got better perception.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd rather know that they're there and not be ambushed than worry too much about ambushing them. I'd rather not be shot. That's what I'm saying, really.
Agree. That has been a continuous problem. I have no argument against this arrangement. I just want everyone to be sure about what the arrangement implies.
All right, so you guys are sneakily moving into the cave. I'm sorry for my sniffing. I still got a bit of that cold. It's so annoying.
Not sneakily, cautiously. It's not about stealthing. We're not worried about stealth. We're worried about seeing where they are.
Right. Okay. So
Who's going
And
first?
since we know that things are clear up to the dam, I'm going to take the rear of the party since I'm the primary ranged
All
combatant.
right.
Should we do walking order?
I guess I'll be front.
I will be right behind you because I get advantage, of course, if I'm near.
Creve will be Creve will be in front of Body Knock.
So that's Myra. Where's Myra going?
I'm just going second last in front
Can you
of
move
Body
your character?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Move your character.
okay, one second. Who's this?
That's me.
Okay, so
That's the order. Going to the cave. You need to move somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
I could go last if you like.
In a line, then move to the back.
yeah, well, I'll
All right,
just
my character will also pull out a short sword.
Shield and rapier.
Creve's axe is always ready to go.
I'll pull out a short sword.
Okay, I guess we start moving forward.
All right. So you guys move stealth. What did you say? Stealthily.
Cautiously.
Cautiously into the cave, and again, you guys just see dead goblin bodies everywhere, blood splattered all over the walls.
I mean, I do kind of want to keep my 21 stealth check.
But you see no sign of anything alive.
All right. Do I see anything here and here?
No.
No. All
That
right.
ledge there. Should I try climbing the ledge?
Try.
I'm not the
I
most
presume you
athletic
mean-
type, but I'm quite.
Roll that
I mean,
acrobatics
the
check.
ledge that I am highlighting.
Yes.
The yellow highlight.
Yes.
It's the
Should I?
yeah. It's
Did I-
difficult terrain, and yeah, you'd have to make an acrobatics check.
I can
Will it
try
be
and check it.
acrobatics or athletics?
I just want to lay down and just like look over the edge and see if I can see anything up there.
Creve can roll. Creve can climb up it. Got a 21 on that acrobatics check.
Of course, one of the Dragonborns could always throw me up.
Or hold
throw you up.
or like just hold you up
Just-
so that you can see.
Just toss the kobolds, you know.
You don't
Kobold tossing was illegal where I came from.
see.
So should I?
You're looking up, and all you see is the loose gravel, and it all comes flooding back to you about how, well, not you, but the others that survived, about how they escaped from the cave.
Honestly, from how I remember Stonefist dying, I'm pretty sure there's some blood all over that area.
Yes.
Oh dear.
But again, you don't see anything moving. You don't see anything that looks to be out of place.
I don't mind going up there if people are okay with it. I suggest ready yourself down here at the sides. If I do see them, and they see me, I'll run back down. They follow me. You guys attack them from the sides.
All right. If that's the plan, then I'm going to. Yeah, I'll be ready for that.
Okay. Do you want to go either side?
Already
You're on one side
in
of the room.
action to attack.
Okay, so
Suppose.
just so I understand, so Yipkin, you're going up the loose stones, and the
I'm
other
just
people
trying
are...
to like look over the top. That's I don't want to like lift my entire body over the top of the very top. I just want to like look over the summit.
Okay, yeah, because it's more like a slide of like loose stones, right?
Yeah, I know
So-
what you mean. It's just like a rock slide on the side of a mountain where it's kind of all the loose
Right.
dust come off.
Yeah, yeah. So you could make your way up there if you want to make
I'm
the
just doing
acrobatics.
acrobatics.
Like junior high, or shit, it was before that because Terminator was 84, right? So I didn't see that one in the theater, but
That's
Okay.
a 17.
All right, so
Decent.
you scramble easily up the slide, and so I would say you're in the middle now. If you want to.
Okay. So, yeah. 1 second. Just dealing with my page. So I'm into that middle bit now.
Okay, and so as you get to the center, you like peer over to this area over here, and you see what looks like 2 stakes, and on those stakes are the severed heads of your bodies, of the bodies that were of the.
Oh, those bitches.
Do I see any light?
You don't see any
Coming around
light.
the corner?
The door leading into the cave looks to be slightly ajar, but there's no light coming from the other side.
There's a door leading to the
They
cave.
installed a door?
That's new.
There was a door
If I
there
known
last
that,
time too.
If I known that, I would have slammed the door last time.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Do I make a perception check, by the way?
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Nice.
17.
Okay, so as you stand there a little bit longer, You don't see anything, but you kind of you get like a waft of like a stench that seems like it's like a dead body, like a sickly sweet stench wafting from behind the door.
Okay, I'm going to slide myself down. So, do I need to make another acrobatics check?
We'll say no. We'll just say you just make it down.
So I relay the information. I feel I have news that might be a little troubling to some of you. It seems that some bodies have been defiled and some heads have been stuck on spikes up there.
I'm looking forward to defile goblins.
I didn't see any sign that they were up there, but they could always just be, a little more cautious after what happened last time.
Probably.
Aye,
Did you
but
say-
once we're done here, I shall force magic missiles up these assholes' rectums.
Did you say there was any other caves in the system, like large caves?
Yes,
or...
there are some on this other side.
Right, well, it's, of course, they're not always necessarily going to stay in the same place, so maybe we should check those out first.
Yes,
Make sure
we
they're
should
clear,
certainly.
and then...
The easiest way to get to our enemies will take us past the other caves.
Okay, that's good
You
to
are
know.
correct that we should check them prior to engaging.
I guess we just start moving up then.
Kree
Just
nods
do
his
a side.
approval.
Do two aside now, so yeah.
Okay, so I take it you're gonna check out like you're checking 7, 8, and 3. That's the deal.
We checked 3 as we were coming up,
Right.
so we're basically checking 7, which we have to anyways, and having somebody duck into 8.
Okay, so you move cautiously through the cave. You don't see anything else. There's nobody moving around. Nothing. You just see the dead bodies from where they laid. The provisions that were there in 8 are still there.
Ah, this must be the other goods that our friend Barthen was speaking about.
I shall have to come back for them later then.
Good thing we brought a wagon.
And some nice strapping guys.
Some absolute units.
Right, so that's all clear then.
All right. Do I see anything around this corner here?
Nope. You just see the severed heads that are where that green thing was, and the door that's slightly ajar.
If you guys want, I can always put some of my caltrops down. There's only 20 of them to a bag, so if I don't use
Is there a
them...
door right there?
Yes, the door's right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to lay down some caltrops just in case?
While they're discussing all of this, I'm going to go grab the heads.
Okay.
I realize the risk I'm taking, but these are my friends. They ate my food.
All right. So you gently ease the heads off of the spikes.
Click, clap! As I say. Sorry, go on, dear.
And once they are safely secured in my sack, I move to the rear.
Okay.
All right. My character's going to lay the lantern down right here and position it to where it'll shine light into the area once we open up the door.
Okay.
And then my character will pull out his second short sword and look at the party, see if they're ready to go through.
Okay. So you put the lantern down. And then what were you doing? Were you going in or?
I'm looking at the party to see if they're ready to go in.
I'm going to look like I'm practically unarmed, in fact, because I'm going to have the healing potion in one hand and have the other hand ready to dive into my component pouches.
Don't forget the...
Actually, you said that the door was ajar, right? Can I make a perception check to see what's through there?
Yeah, sure. Are you going to try to peer inside? Like, are you putting your face up to up to it to look in, or are you just kind of like listening but staying back from the door a little bit?
I'm gonna listen first.
You're gonna listen first? Okay, go ahead. You can make a perception check.
I don't know why that was a
Just take the first one. It's the first one's the left one.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine. Well, yeah,
13.
whoever does this, we'll do the. If you want, at the end of the session or whatever, I can go into your character sheets and change it all to so that it asks you. I had to do that for all the monsters too.
Weird.
And technically, you can do that yourself
You
using
can.
the gear.
Yeah, it just takes time. But anyway, continue.
But for now,
Yeah.
we'll just. Okay, so you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. You just hear the soft dripping of water in the cave.
All right. Actually, is it a perception check to check for traps, or is it survival to check for traps?
Okay.
It should be perception.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna do a perception on the door. Make sure there's no traps. And that's an 8.
Okay. You don't think that there's any traps on the door.
All right. Now I'll kind of press my face to the door to kind of look into the area.
Okay.
Wow.
So you stick your face up to the door, and inside you just see like a very faint green glow, and you hear a voice say, "Come on in."
I got a better idea. Why don't we use the caltrops like I suggested?
I like that idea. By the way, was there a green energy blob thing in here before?
A what?
Oh, green energy blob thing?
Yes.
No. That
I don't know.
There were people trying to murder us. No green energy blobs. They had swords and they had bows and they had a prisoner, but they did not have any green energy blobs. In fact, I strongly suggest that we not eat the green energy blobs.
Well, the green energy blob talked to me and said to come in.
That's a trap,
I figured.
or more accurately, an ambush. I do believe Yipkin is absolutely correct in this matter. We put down some caltrops. Perhaps we put down some oil with the caltrops.
I could always. I've got up to. Let's see how many it is. What have I got? Oh, I've left the thing. Whoops.
Oh, we lost.
Sorry, I've left the thing by accident. Yes, I've at least got 6 sets of caltrops. So, where do you guys want me to place them?
I say we put it right where I've marked, right out of character, since Body Knock knows nothing about Roll20. Right where
Here.
I've marked it on the map.
In here.
He's a time traveler.
Okay, just remember that they are there. It doesn't just affect them. If you move through them at full speed, they will deal you damage and they'll also stop you. They reduce your walking speed by 10 feet until you regain at least 1 hit point. I can
And
do 2
how
sets of caltrops.
Do we lure out the enemy?
Kriv looks at his companions and then says quietly a single word in common, roar. He doesn't actually roar. He just says the word, roar.
This is no time to be a scene girl, okay?
I'm going to look at Mira and go, this is what happens when you travel with reptoids.
I do have draconic
Racist.
ancestry. Probably insulting one of my ancestors.
Yeah, I'm using 2 of my caltrops, so I'm down to 4.
All right.
I'm the only mammal here.
Right, okay. I guess we should get ready then.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. That is
Don't
actually-
give him sympathy. He's doing a tantrum.
That sounds really eerie, considering we're just moving to the cave.
Anyway, enough of the mic possession, okay? It's time for us to
No.
do this. Well, Meniska.
All right. So what do we want to do? Do we want to go through or what?
Somebody's going rar, apparently.
We have to.
Roar,
Okay.
I like to remind you that we are
Kriv
over the
looks
arch.
at everyone and reminds everyone, lore. get goblins out of cave.
We need to go. Let's go.
All right. My character will open the door,
Okay.
and I be right here.
All right.
Remember,
I
if you
thought
go
we
for
were using the
caltrops,
caltrops in the oil as trap and trying to lure them
yeah,
out.
you don't want to walk over the caltrops. You want them to walk over the caltrops.
Yeah.
All right.
You walk over the caltrops, they hurt you.
You're right. So yeah, I'll just swing the door open.
Can
He's gonna-
someone fire a
Yeah.
ranged attack through? Oh. Oh no. Can someone
You're on
fire a
top of
ranged
somebody.
attack through the
You're on
door?
top of somebody.
So, what you're doing is trying to
You were on top of somebody. They were there.
so that you
As everybody tries to figure out where they're supposed to be.
Right.
I'll just be here.
You know
Hey.
what?
Big boy.
Body Knock is going to fire it. Body Knock's suggestion is that he uses his ability to burn things to set the door on, to alight the door, and maybe that'll drag the assholes out. Granted, it'll probably also set off the oil as a warning.
Hey, big boy. Why didn't you come on out here?
this is a really cool
All right. So
Get a fucking crowd.
So Kimberly, you kind of like lean forward and push the door open, and inside you see what looks like a huge bull that's standing on its hind feet, carrying a battle axe. Its eyes are glowing green, and it looks like parts of its skin are starting to fall off. It doesn't look quite alive. And down below, although I don't know where the token went. Oh, there it is. Hold on 1 second. So down below you see a what looks to be like a wizard, and he's got like a black cloak on and a hood that's pulled right over, and you just see a little bit of beard coming out from the bottom of the hood. And he seems to be holding a...
Why are we fighting Steve McRae?
Yeah, it's like Steve McRae, you're right. And he's holding what looks to be a glass staff. And he says, "Come on in, my friends. Come on in."
He calls us friends. Is he actually a friend of ours? As he speaks in Draconic?
He's probably not a friend of yours, no.
The opposite of a friend.
Can we do an inside check?
Initiative then, I
Yes,
guess.
you can do initiative.
Initiative, okay.
Remember to click on your character before you roll initiative.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Okay, it's the first one, obviously. It's doing the double thing again.
All of my rolls but my first one were bad, and my first one didn't count.
This is why I hate Roll20.
What? How dare you?
No, like seriously, like for the last several games I've played on Roll20, me and my group keep getting bad rolls.
My initiative should be 14, not 5.
Why should it be 14?
Because it rolled double, so the first one was 14.
But that's the one it's done.
No, you can't change it here.
My brain's not working.
Mike,
Yes.
can I change my initiative? Because it did that double thing again, and the first one was 14, but...
Okay, yeah, I'll
Is
change
it possible to roll? Oh, I saw the 0 at first.
Okay. Sending. Kriv, too. Come on.
Look, I did my best.
Oof. Okay. Just need to get this paper here. All right.
Okay.
So, it is Body Knock. You can go.
I should be able to see the wizard from there, correct? Mr. Glassstaff?
Yeah,
Because
you can
he's
see him.
up above me, and
Yeah,
that means I'm going to huck all 3 of my magic missiles at him for 12 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So the missiles go flying through the air, and you see from the hood fly back as the missiles make contact with his chest, and his eyes widen in surprise. And you see that he appears to be human, aging, probably around in his late 40s, with a very bushy white beard.
Does he look ex-Navy by any chance?
No. Looks like Steve McRae. We're going to model him after Steve McRae now.
Oh no, he's going to talk to us about the definition of atheism.
Yeah. He's like, I'm agnostic. All right. Are you going to move at all, Buddy Doc?
I'm content with my 4 meat shields and the 2 stacks of caltrops and oil ahead of me.
Okay.
Look, you're not supposed to call us meat shots in front of our face, okay? That's just rude.
He's talking. Look, he's talking to God. It's okay.
I'm talking to God, and for convenience, I'm talking to God in Goblin. So only the enemies understand me, most likely.
I speak Goblin.
Damn it!
So after the missiles hit, you see the wizard turn, and he throws something on the ground, and you see what looks to be a green portal just pop up, and he steps through, and the portal closes behind him.
Oh no.
Mira, your turn.
Okay, but the Minotaur thing is still there, right?
The Minotaur thing is still there, definitely there, yes.
So, produce flame. Okay.
I don't think you have line of sight to him, though.
Oh, okay, so
Which
should
one
we
is
do
he?
Is he a large creature, or
He's large, yes.
Yes.
so you have the other blocks as well? I'd try it.
Oh, yeah, because he would have to take up 4
Definitely
squares.
cover. Definitely cover, though.
Are you able to make him larger? Will the game let you do that? Because
It
he
is
should
large.
be bigger.
It is larger. He is larger. He's 4.
Okay, it just doesn't look it to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like see the
It's
tails
that
of the other 2 squares.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, he goes the
But yeah, he definitely has cover, which means +2 to AC against that. So 17 versus AC +2.
That hits. That hits.
Okay, so ready for damage.
Four damage.
Oh.
Okay. So you throw the flame at him, and it lands on his arm and kind of looks to ignite, but then just goes out. And the Minotaur doesn't make any sign of pain or anything. He just looks down at his arm and then looks back at you. And with a roar, he is going to attempt.
Why did-
Man, I have to.
Why
move
did
this.
his turn order just shoot up?
22.
That happened to me too.
Oh, really? Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, it just
It
went
was-
from 11 to 22.
It was 14 though, so I'm not sure why that happened. Okay, so that is weird. That happened to you during your game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might not have, I guess you didn't notice it, but I kept having to edit some people's scores because they changed whenever they came up in the tournament order.
Oh, okay.
that's weird.
It's a glitch!
Reality is broken.
Okay, so
Games.
so the Minotaur lowers his horns and charges at Kimberly.
Is he gonna have
Kimberly?
disadvantage on
Kimberly,
attack
sorry,
because-
Kimberly.
Is he going to have disadvantage on the attack? Because first of all, he's squeezing into a space smaller than he actually is.
And the Caltrip.
And
Also
he's
the
running
caltrops.
across caltrops.
Yeah.
So he takes 1 damage instantly, and his speed is reduced by 10 feet.
62.
So if his charge attack requires him to move a certain distance, you have to take that into consideration.
Yeah. So we'll say it gives you a +2 to your AC, Kimberly,
Awesome.
since he's kind of squeezing through. Trying
You have
to.
a torch. It's time to light it on fire.
So he's not actually on the character sheet, so I'm just gonna. Okay, so I'm just gonna add 4 instead of 6 to the roll. Ooh, that was almost a 20. Okay, so he runs forward over the caltrops. Again, it doesn't seem to do anything to him, and Kimberly manages to just pull back, and the horns slam into the wall where Kimberly was standing. Yipkin.
Hi. I guess is that spot there an actual spot, or is that too much rock?
Well,
because the grid.
Well, we'll use the same rule as the Minotaur if you squeeze in there.
I am smaller size, remember.
Oh, that is true. Okay, we'll say you can fit there.
Yeah, for a small-sized critter, that should be a space for him.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to attack with my rapier with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Tactic.
Damn.
Darn.
Oh,
wow,
nice.
That's like the worst advantage roll of all time. Yes.
That misses?
Yeah, somehow you missed the giant Minotaur standing in before you.
Hey,
Derek, get your head in the game.
I just wanted to know if is this area does it have oil spread on it?
There's oil in one of the squares where the guy is standing, where the Minotaur is standing. And there's also oil in the square I just put a rectangle in.
Light one, light them both.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Okay, so Kimberly.
My turn, huh? All right, so I'm going to attack with both my short swords.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, natural 20. Or is that's not natural?
Nice.
No,
No,
that's a sum of 20.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
All right, I assume the 10 doesn't hit.
The first one hits, definitely, yes.
All right. I don't know why it didn't. Okay, ignore that one. No, ignore that one.
Oh.
Click on in the chat. Click on the word short sword.
Yeah.
I did. That's what I
sure.
was doing. For some reason, it's not adding the damage. So here's the damage roll.
Okay.
9.
All right.
And that'll be my turn because
okay.
attacking with both weapons is a full round.
So you bring your rapier down. He's still kind of bent over from hitting the wall, and he's just starting to straighten up. And you slash into his back.
Yeah.
All right. Kriv.
Kriv moves forward, and then he throws his hand axes at the Minotaur. Or he throws one of his hand axes, because he has 2.
I was going to say, you're going to run in there and punch him after that?
I actually have other weapons. I'm a big old barbarian.
Okay.
Does an 11 hit? It doesn't, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Then at the end of to end Kriv's turn, he also uses a bonus action to fly into a rage. What rage for barbarians on level 1 does is it gives advantage to strength checks. You can use and I also have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay. All right, so you throw your hand axe. It whistles past the Minotaur and lands inside the chamber, and you fly into a rage.
And to end it all, you hear Kriv just let out a massive roar. Finally.
All right, so body knock.
I'm happy with my location, but what I will be doing is hucking a firebolt into the oil. I'm more concerned about hitting the oil than the enemy, unless you're willing to say that hitting the enemy will ignite the oil.
It probably wouldn't ignite the oil, but you can.
Then yes, I'm aiming at the oil.
Okay.
A 15 ought to hit, and 5 fire damage should hopefully ignite the oil.
Yep. Okay, so you ignite the fire, and so like flames just leap up around the Minotaur. You smell burning flesh. And the Minotaur doesn't seem to move or care that it's on fire.
It says, if lit, the oil burns for 2 rounds and deals 5 fire damage to any creature that enters the area or ends its turn in that area. I don't know if that includes the time that it got lit, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
I just thought we might.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So So next turn he would take the 5 damage, right? Or is it this turn? Or is it 2 turns? Yeah.
Anytime they enter or end their turn there.
Okay. So well, next turn he'll get 5 damage for sure. Remind me, okay, body knock. All right, and you're not moving, you said. So Mira.
So I can move through allies, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, because it's been lit on fire already, so I'll just come here.
You can't come there. You can't stay in allies.
Yeah, you can't
Okay.
stay in it. You can just go through it.
Okay, fine, then I'll just do Produce Flame then.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can do. Do I have disadvantage?
No.
No, okay.
I'm not sure, actually.
Okay.
Do the people that are standing in front of you, they would count as...
It depends on the GM. Like
How big are they?
That's another point. They're also higher than us.
Yep,
They're also taller than us.
Yeah, sure. But Kimberly's large. Kimberly, you're large, right? Like you're...
No,
No,
Dragonborns are medium.
No, I mean, like, I don't mean large in, like, 10 feet, but I mean, like, you're a regular-sized character, like a medium character.
I'm medium. My character is 6'9".
The general sense that I've done in my campaign is if it's an ally, they're sort of like aware of you in combat, so they're sort of like dancing around, moving around, so like
they'll
working in
flatten
unison.
themselves
But as an
together.
enemy, then no, you can't like see through them because they're also opposing you.
So you just count it as normal? That's fine.
If one ally, normal. If it's two, then yeah, the same as
Okay.
if it's a.
All right, that's fair. Okay, so, yeah, 19 definitely hits.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, so yeah, you lob more fire at him. And just add to the bonfire. Yeah. All right.
Smells like roast beef, which I'm not allowed to say.
The Minotaur's status keeps changing in the turn order.
Don't forget the 5 damage.
I'm just going to move back a little. Just here.
Okay. All right, so the Minotaur raises his great axe and comes slashing down at Kimberly. And so 8 plus 6, or 9, sorry, 9 plus 6 is 15.
15.
Does that hit?
15. Yeah, that hits.
15 hits. So. Oof. So add 4 to this.
Oh no.
Oof.
Ooh.
24.
Wait, 24 damage?
24 damage.
That killed my character.
That's all right. You just be knocked down. You still have like death throws and all that. Death.
If it equals
That
my
con-
hit points, right? I'm
The
dead.
Constitution is less than 2,
Oh,
less
no.
than 3. You just killed them. You just turned
Oh,
them
no.
to chunks.
You did double
Oh, no.
my hit points.
No.
Oh no.
Double your hit points. Are we
well-
using that rule?
Welcome to
I
the
don't
camp.
know.
Welcome
Are
to the
you?
campaign, Kimberly.
It's the rite of passage to be killed at this
Okay, we'll
point,
we'll say that you get the
sorry.
you get the death saving throws. It'll be fine. You're gonna live.
We're not hitting you with the instant death rule.
We're not gonna hit you with the instant death rule.
Oh, okay.
Not on
Sorry.
the first hit you take in the entire freaking game.
Look, how'd I roll a 12 and an 8? Like,
Should I heal them?
My
I can
question
only
is,
barely heal them.
why are we fighting something that can do 2d12 damage? That's holy crap.
To be fair, I can deal 1d12 damage.
1d12 is fine, but 2?
Anyway, remember, an ally can now stand on top of someone.
Okay.
So-
That's good for me.
okay, so the Minotaur slashes down at Kimberly and just cleaves right into your. I don't even know what that bone's called. The bone, the bone at the top of your arm there, and just cleaves right down into you, and you just drop to the ground.
Wait, are you talking about the shoulder or the
the shoulder?
collarbone?
Yeah, the collarbone. That's it.
Through the collarbone.
Yeah.
You had one of those once. Now you don't.
Yeah, and then I took a Minotaur through it.
Right?
Yep. Kim.
I am going to hop backwards and do lay on hand. And the Minotaur did not notice they could make an attack of opportunity. Lay on hands on. Wait.
Did the
I could have
he take
attacked.
his 5 damage?
Say it again, sorry. Yes, he took. Yeah, he took 5 damage.
Okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay.
Anyway, I'm going to do 5 healing on Kimberly because that's all of the healing points I got.
Okay.
All right,
there's no point me attacking because I wouldn't get advantage on that one. So if one of the barbarian wants to move up,
so does that put me at 5 points or negative
points,
7?
Yeah, so
5
plus
points.
5 points.
All right, awesome.
My advice: get out of there.
5th edition got rid of negative XP or negative HP.
Oh, okay.
And next round, the fire burns out, so he'll still be hurt the next round, and then if he moves forward, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So.
Well, remember he takes up 4 squares, so even if he moved forward a square, he'd actually now be in 2 fire because he'd be in.
It goes out next turn anyway. He starts on it, so he still takes the 5 damage.
Okay, so Kimberly.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Give me that. All right. I'm going to do my breath weapon.
Okay.
Remember that this guy is no longer here.
Yeah,
oh, he's not here.
No, he's not.
Yeah, the only enemy we're fighting is the undead Minotaur.
Okay, I thought he was still there. My bad. I saw him on the board. So okay, that changes what I was gonna do.
Retreat, man. Save yourself.
I don't know. Breath weapon and then run away still kind of sounds like a good tactic.
That does sound kind of good, but I have normal healing spells, just so you know.
Yeah,
I still have a healing potion clasped in my hand.
Yeah, but is enraged and ready to go.
He would get an AOL on me the moment I move because I can't
use the withdraw action.
If he's smart enough.
Isn't withdrawal a full round though?
Yeah,
it uses your action. Yes.
Okay,
they got rid of the differentiation between action, full round action. Now there are just things that use your action.
Yeah.
All right. So it's either okay. Then I'll just withdraw here. Unfortunately, I can't use my breath weapon for it unless I can.
No, because your breath weapon is itself an action, not a bonus action.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Well then, yeah, I'll just go right next to body knock.
Okay.
All right. Kriv is enraged and runs right over to the Minotaur and strikes out and lashes out at him using the great axe. 8. Yikes.
And misses, yeah. Kriv gives no fuck, so I like that.
He's a man of action.
Okay, so
we basically tagged each other.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's like tagging. Yeah. So your axe clangs on the ground as you narrowly miss the Minotaur. Body knock.
Right. Oh, too many people are in the way for me to use Thunder Wave, but that's okay because the right choice is 3 magic missiles to his face for 9 damage.
Okay, come on, let that be enough.
So the missiles go flying through the air and they connect with his face, and the Minotaur actually kind of stumbles back a little bit from the force of the blows, and you see like flesh just starting to like blacken and just drip off of his carcass. Not quite dead, but he looks to be very much for wear. Mira.
I can stand here, right? And that's here, like flattened against the wall.
Yes.
So I will attack with my weapons. I don't have disadvantage or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. So short sword first.
Oh yeah, it definitely hits.
Nice.
7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Scimitar then.
Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, so they both hit. Okay.
And then I'm gonna move back here.
If you do, you'll get an attack of opportunity.
I know.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I'll take my chances.
She's taking the risk.
All right. A 1.
Worth it.
All right, so
Worth it comedy.
so the Minotaur like swings through the air, and then his axe misses, and it clangs on the ground, and he just kind of like falls into the fire, and is laying prone in front of Kriv.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
Okay, it takes 5 fire damage.
Takes another 5. It takes another 5 fire damage.
36, hey?
Oh my god! Why is it doing that?
Yeah, it changes every turn.
That's so weird. I'm gonna have to figure out why that is.
I don't know why, but it's adding in the original initiative roll every time. That's what's happening. Because you put it to 14 last time when it added 11.
It just keeps going. Okay.
Yep, it keeps adding another 11 to it. I don't know why.
This is a very fast Minotaur.
Well, as long as it stays in the right order, that's fine. Okay, so he's prone, so he tries to attack Kriv, but he would be at disadvantage because he's prone, right? So
wait, does he get 2 attacks?
no, just 1.
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
He has another.
Yeah. It was
You're
an
right.
attack
You're right.
opportunity,
Yeah.
So D20 and 12.
Does not.
So that would
hit.
be an
18.
18 though. And... oh wait, what am I doing? That's not right.
No, if I thought. Wait, what are you rolling?
I have to get the lowest one, so I have to take the lowest one because he's at disadvantage.
Yeah.
So 10. So
Well,
does 16 hit you?
Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Also, I have resistance, which I think reduces attacks in half. Is that
Yes,
what
it damage,
resistance
yeah.
is?
That applies
Yeah.
to the damage,
It's half.
not the attack.
It's half damage.
Yeah, it applies to the damage, not the attack.
Damage.
So 9 plus 6 is 15, which is half. So
And then
7. So that's 7 damage.
yeah. Kriv takes the blow and just smiles at the Minotaur.
So yeah, so he hacks at your ankles. All right, Yipkin.
Yipkin's turn. Let's do better than last time, hey? What is wrong with me?
What?
Wait,
You actually
the
have
Minotaur is
advantage, right?
still... Yeah, the Minotaur's still down.
He's down.
That's 11 on advantage.
11
Oh,
on
no.
advantage. That's with your plus? Oh, man. You missed. Somehow you missed a prone Minotaur. He's on fire. No, you miss.
Okay.
Kimberly.
I'm just gonna drop my swords and shoot the Minotaur with my bow.
Okay.
Mona, come on the corner.
Do I have a disadvantage since he's prone?
No, you have advantage.
Oh, I have
you have
advantage.
Yeah, you have
Disadvantage.
advantage.
No disadvantage. Ranged attacks when they're prone, disadvantage.
Range attacks sadly do take disadvantage against a prone opponent.
Oh,
That's why you
I
can
thought
I forgot about that.
drop down. You can drop down, and yeah, it is a very easy.
Damn!
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, disadvantage. Oh.
Oh.
It's too bad. Well,
I quit. I'm done.
well, you can massage your collarbone now.
that's his bonus action.
Yeah, you're too distracted by the fact that you have a hole in your collar, and also you actually don't have line of sight from where you're standing.
Shut up, body knock.
Kriv.
All right, so Kriv roars once again, but even in his rage, he can sense his advantage. So he decides to try again with his axe. He has advantage turned on.
24 natural 20.
Oh, and the fun thing about this is not only do I get to roll twice, I also get to add 2 damage because there's a thing called rage damage for barbarians. I already have it factored in, but
All right.
All right, so then it's 15. It's 17 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that
Damn.
quick question? Does that kill the Minotaur?
Yep. You can describe what happens to the Minotaur.
Kriv smiles at the Minotaur and jumps up and swings his great axe with all of his might, slicing the head clean off of the undead Minotaur.
All right. So the Minotaur just kind of like twitches a few times and then just lays still.
Yes.
All right. So
Kriv stops raging after a few moments have passed, and then just sits down, injured, but otherwise pretty okay.
all right. So.
And the fire ends as Body Knock's turn starts anyway. So,
Yeah.
Can we remove caltrops?
can I collect any caltrops on the ground? They come in packets of 20.
They probably need to be allowed to cool a little bit first, my friend. So don't grab
I will.
the burning caltrop.
I imagine I can't get the one. I was just asking the DM if it was like possible to find any. If so, how many do I find?
You can retrieve them. You can just retrieve them.
Both of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
I don't
so
mind.
they're
I
not
want to like roll a d20 and see how many of the 20 remain because like some are damaged or whatever.
all right, that's fair.
Because they come in like they have to be used in sets of 20. So if I just keep a few of them with me, then of course I can like create a new set every now and then.
All right, so 18 and 11,
Right.
right?
So I've used 40. I've got 29 back. Okay.
Yep.
So I got one more set plus 9.
All right.
So you get 90 experience each, and so all the players that were level 1 can just go to level 2. So you're all at level 2 plus 90 experience.
Hell
So,
yes.
Now that we're leveling up, let me see. Hit points at the higher levels. How to calculate my new stats.
Is 6 plus quant is
1d12.
sorry, it's 20.
Oh.
Do we find our? Do we find what's his name? Grundrin. When we search the
no.
cave.
Yeah, no, you don't find it. You don't find Gundren. You don't find anything else besides the Lion Cross storage things. Oh my god, my brain's not working. The crates. But no, you do not find Gundren.
I guess we're gonna have to lug the crates back to the cart then.
Do we find our friends' bodies as well as their heads?
Yes.
Since we already have a head. Okay.
Yes.
A sad sight to see Nick go like this, but
Let's see.
she did it saving people.
I mean, if you want me to burn any of them, I can burn them, and then if somebody has a jaw.
Just leave them.
So nearly killing Kimberly.
Nearly. You
Technically did, but but I think this would be a good spot to stop, because then that way everybody can level up for next session and
yes.
start out. We'll just say you guys can travel back to the town.
I was going to say, if you're granting us that we can travel back to town, just as a final send off for the end of the session, we go ahead and I'm going to give 10 gold to the local church to get a proper funeral for our 2 comrades.
Yep, Kin will take part in the service, especially for Minishka.
Kree will join, but since he doesn't know anyone, he'll just be quiet in the background.
All right, that's fair.
Kimberly will do the same.
Wait,
As he's rubbing his collarbone.
Bovine phobia. I just looked at the chat. What is going on in the chat?
A lot, actually.
I haven't looked at the chat since we found out we could cheat through it.
It says if Kimberly survives this battle, give him some lasting trauma. Bovine phobia.
Believe you had a question, Udita?
Yeah, are we looking for, did we look for money? Like wealth or whatever. Like, search the place.
Yeah, you don't find any money. You just find...
We find the trade goods.
Yes. And actually, And actually, if you return the trade goods, you'll get the 50 gold from.
Creve collects the trade goods on his way out. He collects as many of them as he can, and he takes them
I'm
to the
going
wagon.
to ask Kimberly to bring the skull of the Minotaur.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can sell that to the tavern keeper, who doesn't want a zombie Minotaur skull as
Exactly.
a talking piece on your wall in a tavern.
That will be awesome.
Yeah.
I might have to take a level of bard.
So I'm gonna end this stream here, and we can talk
All
when
right.
we're done.
Pleasure playing.
Thank you for.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Creve had fun. He almost got bloodied. Bye.